The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Detroit had some players leave over the summer and over last season as well. It's a young team. Looks like they're going to try and build around Andre Drummond. How do they go about that, Kenny?
Well, Drummond's not a big threat from the outside. So, you have to have a stretch four that could help him out a lot. Then he'd have room for interior. They drafted Stanley Johnson. The kid is going to be pretty special. And spacing around the perimeter is going to help, and that will make Detroit a much better team.
I like Drummond as a big man. He can run the floor very well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept looking for players who can push and play in the open floor, get them the ball inside, easy transition buckets.
Andre Drummond, a guy who leaves it all on the floor, and when he's not on the floor, I understand he's a big 2K gamer.
Yeah,
that's what I hear.
He's pretty good at it.
Yeah, Kevin Harlan standing by. Kev.
At the small forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 13, Marcus Morris.
Come on, get ready, win.
Starting at shooting guard, standing 6 foot 5, number 5, At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 34, Tobias Harris. At the other guard position, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 1, Reggie Jackson.
Come on, get ready, win.
The center at 6'11" out of Utah. And big fun around the rim. This is Andre Drummond. Stan Van Gundy is your head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So glad you can join us here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, the home of the Pistons, Detroit, Michigan. And, of course, Jody Meeks. He's a guy that will be sorely missed.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
Chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. He's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
So here's Miami's starting group. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is out there with Dion Waiters, and it's Winslow in at the 3. They get the rebound. Here's Drummond. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Drummond's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Pistons. Now here's Dragic with the shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
The free throw drops for Bosh. Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. Just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
They set the pick. Jackson dishes to Harris. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Pass to Bosh. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Jackson against Dragic. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 6. No good off the back of the rim.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And again, it's Chris Bosh. Bosh has got 6 points.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive line.
And the shot is good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard. It makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Detroit's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Back to Harris. Puts up a 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. 6 points for Tobias Harris. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Dragic the pass to Winslow. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Harris has got 8 points.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Waiters. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Bosh. Just 5 on the clock. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Harris. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the Big Three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference. Played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
No good on that one.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan, and he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
That one misses. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with The type of athleticism he possesses, fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the two things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
It's stolen by Morris. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Josh McRoberts is checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Goran Dragic. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And then for Miami, Williams comes in for Winslow. And it's Johnson in for Waiters. Detroit leading by 3. Smith outside. He feeds it to Bullock for the 3. Miami grabs the miss.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Smith kicks to Johnson. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
The Heat trail by 4. Richardson with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Bosch heads the pick for Williams. Nick Roberts down low. Lures there, and the layup is good.
Right there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
The drive by Smith. And it's denied to the right side. Again, the miss by Smith. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams passes to McRoberts. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. The pass to Luke. Wide open look. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Now Richardson. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. He dishes it to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Johnson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Clock is at 3. Smith missing again. He'd have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Richardson dishes to Bosch. And Johnson now top of the key. Pass to Williams. It's deflected. And here is Johnson. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Lure can't hit.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Johnson goes in. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Bullock. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
And the Heat call time here. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. And Miami making a change here. Ellington's checked in. The Heat trail by 4. Now here's Richardson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here's Smith. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Passes to Johnson. Screen by Smith. Johnson with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. The drive by Smith. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, and right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself. I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Here's Lure after the Heat pickup, too. The baseline J off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. Offensive rebound. Here's Williams, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
The GA such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on the play.
And he gets it to go.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derek Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
There's the dish to McRoberts. Out left to the wing. Here's Ellington. Here's Williams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers, Clark, remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
Whiteside's checked in for Richardson. And he sinks the second. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Miami with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. 3-pointer Ellington. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
And it's Whiteside off the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. The Pistons leading. Down low, here's Marjanovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Lure. Harris comes in for Johnson. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Jackson in for Ish Smith. And then for Miami, Winslow's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Waiters comes in for Derek Williams. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Good on both. There's 21 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Waiters with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Whiteside, a screen on Harris. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. And it's sent back by Drummond. He got it! He caught it!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now Jackson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Caldwell Pope, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons. And Miami shooting here about 46% for the game. Rockets the pass to Bosh. He kicks it to Winslow. Bosh heads the pick for Winslow. Back to Bosh. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and it's Harris off the drive. Morris kicks to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Caldwell Pope pushes to Jackson. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Winslow's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jackson passes to Morris. Jackson kicks to Drummond. And it's Harris off the drive. Harris missing again.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Waiters dishes to Whiteside. Out to the right wing. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
And both free throws good for Waiters. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Richardson kicks to McRoberts, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the Heat pick up 2. From past the arc. Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
And Detroit has possession. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Now here's Johnson. It's stolen by Morris. Outside Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Johnson. The drive by Jackson. Drummond can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He has 6. Feeds to Jackson. This is to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Richardson.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And that misses. That would have put him up.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high at 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Richardson missing again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pistons leading by 4.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Richardson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Like as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Smith kicks to Harris. There's the pick. Now the feed to Smith. to the paint. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Richardson. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Waiters passes to Williams. From about 19 feet, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. Pistons leading by 3. Smith kicks to Harris. Smith sets the pick for Harris. Johnson outside. Pass to Smith. Here's Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Now, here's Richardson. Outside Williams. Kicks to Waiters. To the inside. Here's McRoberts. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Both teams deciding to change it up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
Now, here is Smith. Tries from 16, and the shot no good, a bit short.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Waiters. No luck. Excellent D there by Johnson. Detroit leading by 3. Takes it from 10. It's deflected. Here's Lewin. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Winslow's checked in for Waiters, and it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. Second free throw, no good.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Now, here is Smith. And it's Lure, top of the key. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Williams kicks to Winslow. Smith with the defensive effort. As you said, Greg, the Pistons were a team that showed marked improvement, and Clark, they did clean up their play style as well.
Yeah, they got better from 2014 to 15 in terms of upping their assists and cutting down the turnovers. Just made it a much more enjoyable game to watch the way they play.
And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Elbow.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside comes in for Josh McRoberts, and Chris Bosh is subbed in for Williams. Good on the second free throw. And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He likes to play the real game, too, because he's hyper-competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level.
Here's Lure. Johnson with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. And it's Smith penetrating. Oh, that's blocked. And they'll keep possession. That's good. Here's Dragic. He had 13 points in the win against New York.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
And here's Smith. He feeds it to Lure. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Lure's got 9 points.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Got a piece of it. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Jackson, he's checked in for Ish Smith. Oh, trying for it. Marjanovic got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Bosch. A 17-point game for him in the win against New York.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Bullock. You saw him with 10 points last game. Johnson dishes to Jackson. Johnson with a screen on Dragic. No good from outside.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
And the Pistons with possession here after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Ellington kicks to Dragic. Puts up a 3. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Ellington.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Another shot, and Lure gets it to go. Lure's got 11.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And so we wrap up the first half. Pistons lead by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, tell us what you want to see change in the second half.
Well, the most important thing is taking care of the ball. You know, we have to get shots against this team. They do such a great job of taking care of the ball, possession game. We had, 3 or 4 sloppy ones that gave us some life.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
They did an awesome-erific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-erific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-erific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Harris. He has 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
The Heat trail by 8. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Deion Waiters is out there with Dragic. And it's Winslow in at small forward. Now here's Winslow. Waiters passes to Bosh. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's deflected. They recover it. Morris, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Now here's Jackson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the official signals a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Harris. They get a hand on it. Now here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The pass to Bosh. Outside Dragic. 5 on the clock. Here's Waiters. Hits it from three-point range. Waiters got 7 points.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night.
Harris missing again.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Deion Waiters.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Good on the second free throw.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Drummond the screen. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
And the Heat with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Renzo. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic. And Miami has possession. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
And if you go back, remember, Jackson struggled with the Pistons last year as well. So the team went on a losing streak as soon as he got there.
Waiters, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Waiters. And Whiteside sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Waiters leading the charge. Jackson against Richardson. Misses in close.
And Jackson will look for a fresh start this season. I mean, hard to play with all the drama and questions going in your head about pending free agency.
Now here's Jackson looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Whiteside against Morris. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Bosch kicks to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Jackson with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And that one is hammered home.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Is Smith. He's checked in for Detroit. Josh McRoberts is checked in for the Heat. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Now here's Drummond, and it's going to be a 3-second call. The Heat trail by 6.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. When I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
here's Smith. He dishes it to Drummond. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Drummond's got 10.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Now, here is Smith. Down low. And Drummond throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
The Heat trail by 7. Johnson dishes to McRoberts. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Harris setting the pick for Smith. Caldwell Pope kicks to Harris. And the wide open shot from Morris. Rebound by the Heat. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Waiters passes to Richardson. Johnson against Smith. Elbow shot is on the way. The shot no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And it's Harris off the drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Andre Drummond. 5th in rebounding, 5th in steals, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
The Heat making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. And Harris drops them both. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15 and 29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year. They'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
That free throw, no good.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Detroit making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
You got this. You got this.
No luck that time either.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15 and 31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
The Heat trail by 7. Johnson kicks to Waiters. Williams dishes to Ellington. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Winslow's checked in for Miami. And it's the Heat with the ball. Outside Williams, just 4 to shoot. Miami no good on that time either. Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Johnson and stolen by Williams. In transition, here comes Miami. Ellington the pass to McRoberts. Winslow wide open, and he fires, drills the three-pointer. Winslow's got 7. Here's Bullock. Ellington defending.
Shooting free throws.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good. Bullock. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, it's right in Auburn Hills.
I know.
I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Johnson kicks to Winslow. Ellington dishes to Winslow, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Now here is Smith. Here's Lure. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. The Heat trail by 6. Now Johnson. To the right side. There's Winslow, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Stanley Johnson.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And it's hard to score in this league as a rookie. The charity stripe is one place where you can get some easy points, where nobody's on you. And he's learned to take full advantage of that.
And the first one drops. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Now, here is Smith. Screen by Smith. Here's Bullock. Offline with his 3.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them.
Right,
and
now,
hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
And he knocks down the first one. Whiteside's checked in for Williams. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Dragic. Passes it to Winslow. Now here's Ellington. D right on him. A stupendous finish in traffic. Ellington's got 5 points so far. Detroit leading by 4. Smith outside. Floats one. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspension.
And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And G.A., as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season. And it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. And it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
So it's Miami now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Bosch. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Jackson. 5th in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And back to what you said, I mean, he's stealth like a ninja. You had the ball, now you don't. And you never saw him coming.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
You know, Bosch is playing really well. He's got 13 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
He hits the second from the line. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Here's Marjanovic. He's guarded by Dragic. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The drive by Smith. Lure. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Dragic. Bosch kicks to Ellington. The dish to Whiteside. Doubled by Smith. Puts it up. Second chance shot. Early shot attempt. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And that one falls for Bosch. A different look here for Detroit. Harris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Ish Smith. Both free throws good from Bosch.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Lure. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now here's Dragic. He kicks to Winslow. Here's Ellington. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Ellington's got 9.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Jackson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. Feeds it to Lure. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Pistons lead by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dishes it to Ellington. Back to Dragic. For the tie. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Lure. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Detroit leading by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
Every dime is a flavor.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So it's Detroit now. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Now here is Harris. Deflects the pass and stolen by Whiteside. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And that one's good. Richardson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And stolen by Richardson. Johnson outside. And there's the feed to Waiters. Pass to Richardson. To take the lead. He lays it in.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
It's tipped. Bosh with some nice D.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Wide open. Richardson, no luck. The Pistons trailing. Right side Jackson. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Richardson the pass to Waiters. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Caldwell Pope. Richardson cover. And they get it back. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
One shot.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Johnson outside. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Caldwell Pope dishes to Jackson. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Heat trail by 5. Johnson outside. Bosch high post. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Jackson after the Heat pick up 2. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Kicks it to Harris. Drummond cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush. And the Pistons lead by 5.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, and the guy's not wasting any time, just straight back up with it.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Drummond. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Bosch kicks to Johnson. Over Drummond. And that one comes up a bit short. Pistons leading by 5. Miami grabs the miss. Waiters got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Harris a screen on Richardson. Jackson drives in, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Waiters leading the charge. Johnson kicks to Waiters. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Derek Williams checked in for Miami. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Morris outside. Detroit, no good that time either. The Heat trail by 3. Johnson outside. Bosch kicks to Waiters. On the wing, Williams. Lots of room. And right through it goes. And, well, Detroit shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Morris a screen. The drive by Jackson. There's the double team from Whiteside. Taken away by Williams. And it's the Heat on the break. Waiters leading the charge. To take the lead. Johnson can't get it to go. And, well, Detroit shooting about 42% so far. And there's the pass to Drummond. And Waiters over to help. Harris with it. Williams picks him up. The offensive rebound. Jackson. And it's sent back by Bosch.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Right side against Harris. He feeds it to Jackson. Up again, and it's Drummond with the jam. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Johnson kicks to Williams. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. And there's the call on Bosch. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Smith checked in for Reggie Jackson. The Heat also changing it up. Winslow comes in for Derek Williams. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. And it's Harris off the drive.
They're going to have to play really smart on defense now and defend without fouling because they're over the limit.
Shooting free throw.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both.
Boy, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Right wing. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Smith. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
It's stolen by Smith.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain phase, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
The Heat trail by 7. Pass to Whiteside. Down low. Here's Bosh. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Chris Bosh, 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here is Smith, and Smith gets double teamed. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Smith. And that's now 18 points for Andre Drummond. The Heat trail by 7. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shots good by Waiters.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Morris with a screen on Dragic. And it's Smith penetrating. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Goran Dragic.
Shooting for Detroit, Smith.
The first one falls. Smith hits them both.
Some really terrific numbers for Smith. He's got 8 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Morris a screen to the middle, off the pick. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Pistons lead by 9.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one. Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
first one falls for him. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Heat trail by 10. Dragic kicks to Bosh. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Harris, and he finishes nicely on the way. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Whiteside. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. It's Dragic with the drive. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result,
All right, now,
they've got a big
gentlemen,
lead.
2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Drummond having a terrific game. 11 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's piling up the rejections to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
It's been about the paint and the way he's been able to control it all game long.
Jackson, he's checked in for Detroit. No good on the second free throw.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Chris Bosh. Harris a screen on Waiters. Here's Caldwell Pope. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought, Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. And, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too. And, guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
On the topic of Caldwell-Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Checking out the game Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is having. 10 points and also 3 nice steals. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Now, here's Dragic. Here's Whiteside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Pistons leading by 11. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. Stolen by Waiters. Here's Dragic. Looks for Bosh, gets it to him. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. He dishes it to Jackson. Back to Harris, all alone. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the paint, here's Bosch. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Harris a screen on Dragic. Jackson passes to Harris. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Free throws.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. The Heat trail by 9. Waiters dishes to Bosch. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The first one, and that brings them within 8. And so Bosch nails both of them. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Harris outside. The putback, and Winslow pulls it down. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me, because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Shot A. I like that, Greg.
Now Jackson. After Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Caldwell Pope, offensive rebound. They need this one. And Morris with the lay-in. And the Pistons lead by 9.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good from Bosch. Jackson against Dragic. And here's Jackson. And so the Pistons take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.